I finally found like legit lemonade, like to me as an American, with a lot of sugar. You might be wondering why I'm wearing this like very somewhat summer outfit, because it's like 70 degrees and just sunny and partly cloudy and beautiful outside. So why I'm filming this when the weather's nice, I don't know. It's part of becoming social hermit and using self-deprecating humor to edit YouTube videos. Anyways, hi. Ooh, cords, don't want to break things. I'm Stephanie if you're new here. If you don't know me, I am obviously American talking about lemonade. I live in Paris and I make a lot of videos on my travel. I sing and I songwrite. I do all the creative things to try and cope with my eternal pain. So if you like any of my videos, you can hit subscribe. I'm looking at my hair, I'm like, wow, she's really thinking. I was editing some footage yesterday and I came across my Once Like a Day clip from January 1st of 2020, which is almost 3 years ago, which is depressing and just, yeah, depressing because I feel the same as I did then. But I'm like, wow, like look how much your hair has grown since then. But it does need a trim when I go for Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks. In 4 weeks? 4 weeks. Anyways, I'm always talking about how much I love Paris and I love France, and I do. However, au contraire, like any expat, you know, if there's anything I've learned in my young life, no place is perfect. If you think that the perfect place, it's just like when people are like perfect mates, right? If you think the perfect person or perfect thing or perfect job or perfect place exists, it doesn't. You always have to settle a little bit with something, but it's whatever is worth, whatever the good things are worth sacrificing the bad things that you get with that thing. For me, the bad things in France are more than worthwhile the things that I've gained living in France. And I've never like made a sit down video about all the things I love about France because it would just take too long and no one wants to watch that, and it's just like sprinkled all over my other videos anyways. But something I haven't made yet is a video, now that I've lived here a little bit over a year and I'm very settled here, a video about things that I hate about living in Paris and in France. So I made a little list here. It's just the first 5 things that came to my mind. So we'll just jump right in. So one is deliveries. For me as an American, if I were to order something on Amazon to my parents' house in Maryland, it just stays at the door. Like you don't have to be there. It'll show up at the door. It's fine. Here, having stuff delivered is like a day event. If you're not at home with your phone next to you, for someone to pick up, like, you gotta pick up the phone and you gotta give them the door code. It's a whole thing. And I remember when I first bought my little keyboard that I bought here, it initially got returned automatically because I wasn't here to like go downstairs and open the door for the guys. Like even if you leave the door code inside your Amazon France account, it doesn't matter. You still have to be there when they call because they're too lazy to go look it up, so they just call you. Which is very ironic and funny because people think that calling is superfluous and a waste of time these days, but no, they take the time to call you instead of looking in the information. I had to reorder the piano and I was eyeballing that mother effer every single day. When is it gonna get delivered? And I saw it was on a Friday and I was like, okay, watch, they're gonna call in the 1 hour on Friday when I'm out of my apartment doing the laundry and going grocery shopping. And Lord and behold, I was standing in Picard and I'm like, oh, allô, bonjour, je suis arrivée juste au moment, le door code I shouldn't say the door code online. But I gave him like the door code. Yeah, deliveries, if you're American, deliveries are just really not a thing here. It's not just a French thing, like my other European friends are not really keen on deliveries. They like to go get things themselves. I like things to be delivered because then I don't have to think about it. But if you like deliveries, you may not want to move to France. Everyone complains about customer service. I don't think it's really customer service because I've had nice experiences. Like the other week, I put my laundry in, I paid, and it never went through, and then they didn't debit me, and I did my laundry for free because I went through something bad. So I say if you're assimilated and you speak a little French, I don't think customer service here is that bad. It's just the efficiency of getting things done, which again, as an American, is annoying. Like I'm going through this thing of trying to change the electricity in the name of my apartment, or to be in my name, the electricity. And it's not that we can't get it done, it's just, it's time consuming. If something always goes wrong, you have to call again. My carte vitale that I keep waiting for, I went for it 3 months ago, I'm supposed to have it in my hand, now I don't have it. I have to call again. It's, yeah, it's just constantly be, calling and checking in on the progress of all of your paperwork and everything. For me, like the biggest thing that I don't like about living in, it's very Paris specifically, and I don't know what it is. I've tried to wonder if it's the condescending culture that some Parisians have or mindset that they have, but I hate the way that Parisians walk. I mean, it's a combination of the Parisians themselves and tourists. Parisians just, they don't sense when people are walking straight towards them. I guess it's the New Yorker in me. I just effing walk, bro. But there will be Parisians who you're walking straight towards them and they don't move. And like no one walks in a zigzag here. It's not like New York, you just walk in a straight line. But it's like, okay, but if we're both walking in straight lines, we just expect us to bump into each other, and you will literally bump into someone if you don't move for them. But it's like, you see me come, this just happened to me now when I was out now, like you see me coming, but you don't move out of the way for me. Like, are you a god? Are you a queen? And I just don't know. It's the weirdest thing. And I'd say it's a weird one that's never mentioned. I think because I walk a lot more than the average person. I don't really take the metro. I don't bike. I don't take Ubers or anything. I pretty much predominantly get around Paris à pied, on foot. So it's not a comment I hear often, but you know, I've traveled a lot, I've been to a lot of cities. This is the only city that I just find the way that people walk here to be so supercilious and just like they're God's gift to the world, and nobody moves out of the way for anybody. So yeah, do like small things, very easy. I should have ended the video with that because that's really the biggest thing. But the other things that I don't like in a year into living here, I still am not accustomed to smoking. I still have no desire to, I know a lot of people, they move to France and they pick up smoking. I have no desire. I still think it's, yeah, I mean, no offense to you if you do. Like, to each their own. I mean, I do tons of unhealthy things for myself, not physically, but mentally, for sure. So we're not judging anybody here. But it's more like when they're like sitting in a cafe and they're blowing it in your face. It's like, there's so much air. Can you go pollute the air that's not in my vicinity as I'm working? Because if you don't smoke, like I don't smoke, it's jarring, it's very sensitive when you're inhaling it all of a sudden. So that's something that's I don't love about being here. It's definitely nice when I go to New York or I'm in DC and it's like, there's been no smoking in this vicinity. The last thing, which is sad, but does reveal how, you know, Paris is not take off the rose-colored glasses at some point, is poop, like on the streets. You don't have to, it's not, like I think in New York, it's a law you have to clean up after your dog. You don't legally have to clean up after your pets here. So even my street, I live in a very nice residential neighborhood, a little upscale, I guess you could say, and there's still like poop on the street. I was just walking through Saint-Germain-Prés, another nice, desirable, expensive neighborhood in Paris. Giant pieces of shit from horses sitting on the street. So yeah, those are just like a few of the things that come to my mind when I think of things that I don't like about living here. But I've been here a year and I'm unhappy in other reasons and areas of my life, but I'm overall happy with the France components. All of my gut instincts about moving to France, you know, I've had some people I've met make jokes that I'm no longer in the, you know, honeymoon phase or the long distance relationship. Like, it's happening, and you know, the long-term relationship is sustained. Like, I don't see myself breaking up with it anytime soon. So, you know, that's that. If you guys like this video, be sure to click like and subscribe. And I'm gonna get into a phase coming in the winter probably again while I make a lot of videos because I won't have anywhere to go. And I don't, you know, this winter, yeah, so hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for another video really soon. Bye.